Morning. Good morning. Let me see, make sure my Bluetooth was off before I go to talking. But I just wanted to come and deliver this quick message before I get out and go out. I'm headed out. And this is a quick message 2 and 4, right? The chosen ones, right? And I wanted to deliver this message. You know, the chosen ones are very creative people. They're very creative. They are a people of many talents. They can do so many things. So many things comes natural to you. And this is another way you know you're chosen. Like, although you've been through so much, you've experienced so much heartbreak, pain, betrayal, one of the other talents and the other, I won't say talents, I'll say the other, what I'm trying to say, one of the things that you carry is that you're very talented. You can do many things. You probably could cook good. You can create. It's so many things you could do. You can do hair, you can do nails, and the things that you're creative at, you're good at it. It's not like you're just doing something, right? You're very good at, right? You're good at, I don't know if I should, I don't like how this pink lipstick looking on video. Um, you're very good at many things, right? And that's what I wanted to come and share with you. I wanted to come share with you and let you know that chosen ones are very creative. Oh, hi, Justice B. You love the fat grapes? Listen, hashtag the fat grapes. Yes, we're crossing over. You know, God is doing, feel it, hold on. Hold on one second. I can feel it. I don't know if you all could feel it, but I definitely could feel it. And he's doing something great in the earth. Hold on one second. He's doing something great in the earth. And he's moving and shifting people around. He's really doing something big in the earth. I didn't like the way the pink looked at me on camera. Look, this is real as is it going to get. I like the pink eyeshadow, but I didn't like the pink lipstick. I didn't like that, so I had to take that off. But what I was going to say, he's doing something good. He's doing something big in the earth. I don't know. I can't say, I'm not going to sit here and say I know everything. But I know with me, what I'm experiencing, I know he's shifting and he's doing a lot. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm not going to sit here and think I'm so special that I'm the only one. No, he's doing a lot in the earth with his chosen ones. And what Justice, you say you moved to Egypt. You know, God is really moving people. He's moving people from, yes, he's moving people from different countries. He's moving people from different states to another state, from one country to another. He's really like putting people in place for whatever is to come. I don't know. But he's doing a good thing. He's doing a great thing in the earth. Also, when I was talking about the chosen ones, very creative. Very, like, you got so many things you want to do. And that becomes a problem too sometimes when God is calling you. I don't know if you all can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. When God is calling you, you have to really seek guidance because, hello, Crystal, you have to seek guidance because you're so talented that you can do so many things that you feel like you have to do everything that you're good at. And that's not what he wants you to do. That's not what he wants you to do. He wants you to find that thing. He wants you to find that calling. We get stuck as chosen ones because we can do so many things. We can create, we can cook, we could everything. We can do hair, nails, anything we touch. We're good at it. Good at it. Not just good. We're great. And that's what I wanted to come remind the chosen ones. You know you're chosen because you can do so many things. So many things. And sometimes you get confused on what it is that you need to do because you can do so many things. And all of it is beneficial. All of it is going to help you to fulfill your purpose and to fulfill mission and call. It's going to help you. It is going to help you. So don't shy away from it. Your goal is to find out that one thing. And it may be 2 things. But, God is calling you to do, that one thing. I had to clear my screen here. That one thing, that purposeful thing, that's what it is. The thing of purpose. Hold up. Clean the screen. Yes, he's calling you to do that thing that's going to serve humanity, serve the world. Yes, we could do so many things. Very talented people, the chosen ones. You're very talented. Put in one in the chat if you can do more than one thing and you're good at it. But sometimes the thing you're good at, that's not all you're here to do. That thing you're good at, people like it, but there's more. You're good on that job. You're good at that job. You're excellent. You're top tier on that job. You're employee of the month and everything. But there's something more. It's almost like people think you're crazy because, yes, you're getting paid good money on that job. Some of you are making 6 figures. Some of you are making good money on these jobs, but you just still feel like there's something more, because there is. There's something more God wants you to do. He didn't create you to be stuck in no cubicle. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Nothing is wrong with that. But you have to find out your purpose here. People get their career and their purpose mixed up. Your career is not your purpose. Your career is not your calling. Your calling can be your career, but your career is not your calling. That's why you still feel empty on that job. That's why you feel like just walking away. You feel like just throwing in the towels. But you remember you got them benefits, you got bills to pay. So you can't just up and leave like that. God have to give you a divine strategy. But the chosen ones are talented. You're talented. And see, let me tell you, God just gave me this. He just gave me this. And I didn't know I was going to say this. You're talented and creative for a reason. You're supposed to be using that talent and that creativity to help build wealth. But you're stuck on that job and you can't do that. You're stuck on that job because the world has told us we need a career to make it. And God has put all those gifts in you. And that's all you need, those gifts. That's all you need is those gifts. You need those gifts that he put in you, those talents. All those talents you have, you're supposed to be using that so you can have the flexibility to do what God has told you to do. When he say go here, he need for you to go here. When he says go there, he need for you to go there. But you can't do that because you're committed to that 9 to 5. And this message is not for everyone. Don't come on this live challenging and trying to go against what I'm saying. If this doesn't sound right to you, this is not for you. That's what people have to understand. I'm talking to the chosen ones. The people who get this message is going to say, you know what? She's talking to me. She's talking about me. Not only am I talking about you, you're going to say, God has been telling me this. And he's sending somebody in human form because you don't believe what he's putting in your spirit because you think you're crazy. But he's sending someone to confirm what he's put in your spirit already. That's what he's doing. That's all. And I'm not talking about nothing I haven't experienced. God has given you many, he has given you many talents and gifts, because he don't want you dependent on that 9 to 5. He don't want you worshiping and bowing to that 9 to 5. He don't want you to bow to like the world system. He's trying to do something different in you. I thought I was going crazy too. I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, Lord, I got kids. You know, I got a family. Like, what am I supposed to do? Everybody's not going to understand that. He's been telling me this, and I'm sitting there. I was kicking, fighting against it. But now I'm understanding it a little more now. The more I get a relationship with him, the more he reveals to me stuff. And you can't tell everybody what God is doing for you, because they're not chosen. Chosen ones, your job is not to convince people that you're chosen. Your job is to walk in your chosen, walk on your chosen path. You're trying to convince and get people to see what you see. They can't see what you see. They can't understand what God is doing in your life. I used to be that way. I wanted people to see God is doing this. He's, everybody can't see it. It's not for them. That's the reason you can't do what everybody else is doing. That's why you can't do and say what everybody else is saying. Hi, Jerry Richardson from Arkansas. Thank you for joining me. I won't be here long. I'm headed out. But that's why you can't see and do what everybody else is. That's why you can't do and say what everybody else is saying. You can't do it. If you do what somebody else does, you'll get beat down for that. The Lord will get on you for that, because you're chosen. You can't say what everybody else is saying. You can't treat people how everybody else is treating people. That's because you're different. You're chosen. I used to be like, well, why they can do it? They can go do this. And that's why God is calling some of you to celibacy. That's why he's waking you up and telling you, you can't be sleeping around with everybody. You can't be in relationships with everybody. You can't be around everybody. You can't be everybody's friend. And us chosen ones, when we were broken, we wanted to be everybody's friend. We good-hearted people, so we try to get along with everyone. In this season, God is saying, you can't do that. Justice B, that's a blessing. That is a blessing. Because God understands when you're involved intimately in that type of way, he understands that energy transference. He understands that spirits are being transferred. That's why some of you all are losing your mind as the chosen one. You don't understand that when you communicate on that intimate level, that seg level. I want to say it for YouTube, because you can't be straightforward. When you on that seg level, he understands transference of spirits. He understands that energy is being transferred. That's why some of y'all are battling in your mind, because you're picking up stuff from other people. I understand that more than ever. You're taking on other people's spirits. You're taking on other people's issues on a spiritual level. That's why you can never be at peace, because the person you're intimate with is not at peace. But he's doing something different with the chosen ones in this season. He's doing something different. That's why you're creative. You're supposed to be relying on your creativity. Ask God to show you how to monetize on that. Ask God to show you how to be of service, to use your gifts and talents to fund, to bless, and to pay your bills. Put that sewing machine to use. Put that creative writing to use. Put that voice to use. That's why you see so many prophetic people popping up on YouTube. God is really doing something. He's really doing something. And you got to ask him for guidance. Relationship will reveal it to you. You can't find this stuff in some churches. Church is not doing this. You can't find what I'm talking about in churches because they don't have the revelation. That's why he's waking up people, and you see these people talking on YouTube. But ask God to lead you, to guide you to the right voice. He wants relationship. That's why he wants relationship, so he can reveal himself to you. That's why we got a book called Revelation in the Bible. He'll reveal to you who he is. But we can't do that because we're so used to religion. We're so used to running to people when God is telling us to run to him. And a lot of these people are going to get in trouble too, because instead of pointing the people to God, they're pointing the people to them. They have become the substitute for God. They're in the way of God. That's why people can't get what they need from God, because people have pointed you to them. Never let people become your God. Never let a pastor become your God. Never let me or anyone on YouTube replace what God is saying to you. He'll use people as a vessel to help you in a season, but they're never supposed to replace your relationship with God. I don't care who it is. I don't care how much you love your bishop. I don't care how much you love your pastor. They're not supposed to be a substitute for the God, for your God, for our God, for God. They're not supposed to be a substitute. And that's what some people are doing. They want you to bow to them. They want you to worship them. They want you to ask them. They want you to consult with them. You're going to get in trouble. If God is telling you to go and give somebody some money or bless a homeless person, and you feel like you got to consult with your pastor, you're going to be in big trouble. You're operating in disobedience. That's what you're doing. No one supposed to be in a place of God. God could tell me right now to empty the money I have in my bank account and give it to somebody. I'm going to do it. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Whatever he tells me to do, I'm going to do it. Because I understand now that he's going to take care of me. You got to get the knowledge to understand when he tells you to do something, you do it. But I only move when he tells me. And that's what people don't understand. You got to move when he say move, not in your own flesh, not out of emotion, or somebody forcing you to give and move out of emotion. No. That's what a relationship would do. A relationship with God will have you looking crazy to people. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That don't make sense. It's not supposed to make sense to you. You don't operate in the will and spirit I operate in. That's why you can have peace in the storm while everybody else is going crazy. Everybody else is running wild. Girls going wild. They running wild, acting a fool, and you over there in peace. You in perfect peace. You in perfect peace because you're obedient to God. That's why you in perfect peace. You're in perfect peace because you're obedient. And people get jealous of that. They'll get jealous of the peace that you have. But they don't understand you operating in obedience. People can't have what you have because they're not willing to sacrifice what you're willing to sacrifice. That's just like, I had a small group the other day, and we had to find a woman in the Bible, and we had to say, we had to talk about that woman in the Bible, just say what God revealed or how we relate, or just, studying that person. We had to tell the group what we learned from that. And I said, I learned from the lady who, I think it was of Bethany, the lady who broke the oil, who broke the oil at Jesus' feet. I think she was I don't know if she was a prostitute. Was she a prostitute? I want to say she was a prostitute. But she broke the oil She broke that expensive oil in the alabaster box. And people were asking her, why did she do and use such an expensive oil to oil Jesus, to break at his feet? They were asking, why did you do that? But they didn't understand that she was making a sacrifice. That's what I got from it when I read it. The revelation I got, she was willing to make her sacrifice. And my point I wanted to make, people are not willing to sacrifice what you're willing to sacrifice, but then they'll get indignant and jealous because God is moving in your life and not in their life. To this day, we remember that lady. To this day, we remember her. And he said we will remember her because of the sacrifice she made. Hi, Shakila. Yes, dear. I'll touch and agree with you, my dear. Yes. But people get mad because you're making sacrifices that they're not willing to make, but they want the reward that you reap. They want the power that you reap. But you can't get that power. You can't get the blessings until you sacrifice. And most people are not willing to do that. They just want the power without the sacrifice. It doesn't work that way. You got to do something for God to do something for you. You got to sacrifice something. You got to take God a sacrifice. You can't take him an animal anymore, but spiritually, you can sacrifice something. Excuse me. Spiritually, you can sacrifice something. And I don't know if it's just me, but let me know, chosen ones, if it's you too. Let me know. But with me, I noticed that my eating patterns have changed. I really can't eat the same way I used to. Like, I can't explain it, but put a one in the chat if you understand. Like, my diet is changing. Like, certain foods I used to eat before, I can't eat certain foods now. And I kind of got an understanding of why he's doing it. But certain food, and it's been happening over time. It's been happening over time. Yes, Proverbs 31. That's right. Touch and agree. Yes. It's been happening over time, but I understand more so now than ever. Like, there'll be days that I can just only eat fruit. Like, just oranges, fruits, bananas, grapes, and that's all I can eat. That's all I can eat. I don't even like rice as much as I used to. I used to like rice a lot, but I can't even eat. I noticed I don't even eat rice. I still eat it, but not as much as I used to. It's like everything is changing. Everything is changing. Like, I've been having a desire to juice. I bought a juicer a couple of months ago. Like, everything is just changing. And I'm just walking the path. I don't understand everything, but I know it's a God thing. And I'm just walking the path and just making sure that I'm obedient. Making sure that I'm pulling away from everything that may be distracting me. Because, you know, people are a distraction. People can be a distraction to you. And when God is trying to do something to you, in you, people can be a distraction where you're so focused on what they have going on that you can't even be present in what God is trying to do in you. And I had to realize it's okay for me to push back from people for a season. That don't mean I hate them, but I can tell something is going on in my life. Something is happening. And I can't sit here and ignore what's happening and have them as a distraction in my life. I can't do that in this season. I can't do that. It is. It's so much better. Proverbs 31, fabulous. Yes, it is. So refreshing. My palates are changing. Like when I go to the store and I usually grab like just unhealthy stuff. Now, over the past couple of years, I got to at least attempt to eat something healthy. And I understand it makes me much lighter and I have more energy. You know, your food is a way that gives you energy. And I notice when I just eat my salads as opposed to eating something heavy like rice and a gravy, I have more energy. And like they say, your food's supposed to give you energy, not take away your energy. And I'm starting to understand that more than now. I think, he's been trying to transition me to become a vegetarian or vegan. I don't know. But I'm eating more healthier. Not that I've gave up meat solely, but eating more like leafy foods, That's been happening to me. And it's not something I was like, let me just do this. It's just been happening, But chosen ones, I just wanted to let you know, you're very creative. You're unique. You got to accept the fact that you're not like everyone. And it's okay. It is okay. The quicker you embrace that difference in you and you accept you and your fullness, it took a long time for me to accept me in my fullness. It took a long time. I accept me in my fullness now. And I understand that what I have to offer, everybody's not going to be able to receive it. And it's okay. I don't hate people. That's not a heart that I have. I don't have a hateful heart. Chosen ones are not people of hate. We're people of love and peace. But we understand that everybody's not for us and we are not for everyone. But you don't have to hate them. Oh, I love jasmine rice. I love jasmine and that basmati, but I haven't been able to eat that either as much. What is it, basmati or basmati? What the rice is with the B? I love those two. But I haven't been able to eat it as often as I used to. Because when I used to cook, I had to have rice every day. Now I don't have to have rice. I can just have vegetables, onion, spinach, some garlic, and some mushrooms. That's good. I could eat that just like it is. Yep. I can eat it just like it is. Or if I go to Bolé, right? If I go to Bolé, I'll get some, even then, even come to think of it, even when I was going to Bolé, I don't get rice as much. I'll get the kale for the base. Yes, I don't even get rice at Bolé anymore. I didn't realize that until just now. Yeah, I'll get the kale and I'll get the mushrooms. Yeah, and I get the broccoli. Yes. I don't eat the rice as much. But that's what I wanted to come talk to you about is chosen ones. You're very creative. You have many talents, many gifts. And I believe that God has equipped you with those talents, many talents and gifts, because that is what's supposed to be used to sustain you. So you could leave that prison of a job, which means he wants you free. He don't want you on a job where you got to be to work every day. Now, don't take this message and say I'm telling you to quit your job. Don't take that message and say that. That's not what I'm saying. Be wise. Get your revelation. Get revelation for yourself. Take what I'm saying and take it to God and pray on it if you think it's for you. Don't just jump on every word someone is saying. Seek God and ask God, is this for me? Lord, is this what you want me to do in this season? And most likely, What I'm saying is already confirmation for someone who he's already been dealing with. You will never get a word from someone before God has revealed a word to you first. You'll never get that. God has already been dealing with you. So what someone else is saying is only confirmation. Because sometimes we do need that confirmation because we don't know if we're, some chosen, because they've been so hurt and broken, they don't know if they're hearing from God or not. Now I understand you will know, my sheep know my voice. Yes, they do. But they have to heal, and then they know for sure. Like, I know for sure when it's God. Now that I do. Before, I used to be skeptical because I was broken and I really didn't trust myself. That's why I talk about healing. Because when you heal, you can trust yourself. When you heal, you can trust yourself. Thank you, Wendy, for the $10 super chat, my dear. Thank you so much. When you heal, you can trust yourself. Yes, son. What are you doing? I'm doing the video. Mm-hmm. When you heal, you can trust yourself. You can trust what God is saying. When you're not healed, you can't trust what you hear inside. That's why I talk about healing so much. And he's using people like me in this season, the people that arise from out of nowhere. I came from out of nowhere. Like, who is this girl on YouTube? Everybody like, who she is? I popped up from out of nowhere on YouTube because God said to go. He's using people like me. Because sometimes you need common folks to simplify what God is saying to you spiritually. I feel a piece of lint on my chin. That's why I'm pulling. You may not see it, but I feel it. He needs the common folks to come confirm things to his chosen, waking you all up. Like, I'm going through that too. I experienced that. He don't want y'all to feel like y'all are crazy. You're not crazy. He's really doing something in this land. He's really doing something with people in the earth. You're not crazy. That's why most of you all are seeing 111, 222, 333, 444, 777. Put a 1 in the chat if you're seeing these numbers. These are prophetic numbers. I don't get into that new age stuff. I know what God is doing. The 111s, the 555s, 333s, 777, 444s, just popping up, and you trying to understand what is this about? That's God speaking. He's communing. Seek revelation. There are people who are on YouTube who understand this. He has given them revelation on these numbers. These numbers signifies wealth, prosperity, transition. He's doing a new thing. He's waking you up. The chosen ones. You're up. Yes. He's delivering you from people. He's supernaturally healing some of you all. Some of you all have been brokenhearted. Your family members, relatives have betrayed you. Your children have betrayed you. And he's healing that heart of yours. This is supernatural healing. What he's doing is some of you, you feel different because you are different. You go to sleep, you wake up like, what? Where am I? Who am I? God is operating on you all in your sleep. Some of you all have been delivered just by what I've been saying. That's not happenstance. Just one word that I said delivered you from something you've been dealing with. Because it's God. I never get credit. Never give me credit for what I'm saying. I'm just a vessel. Don't give me credit. Don't hold me. Don't worship me. Don't make me a God. I'm not a God because I'm imperfect. I will say something and I will do things you may not agree with, and you may feel certain type of way. That's why most of y'all run from churches Because the pastor's not going to always say things you want to hear that makes you feel good. And I'm the same way. I'm not going to say things that makes you feel good. So reverence God. Don't reverence me. And I won't let you anyways, because I'm imperfect. But he still uses people who are willing. 7-Eleven is another one I used to see. 7-Eleven. God is doing something in this earth with people. You just have to embrace that, accept that he's doing something in you, and move on. Accept it. You get in his word. Let him guide you. Let him give you revelation. Let him give you revelation. Everybody's not going to understand it. It's not their job to understand it. He didn't reveal that to them. He revealed it to you. Stop trying to get people to think you're normal. You're not normal. The quicker you agree and come to terms with that, the better off you would be. The happier you would be. You're not average. You're not normal. Come to terms with that. Today. Come to terms with it. It's okay. You're not the only one that feels how you feels. There's thousands of chosen ones out there. Maybe millions. I don't know. There are many people feel how you feel. Many people are going through their journeys, transitioning, healing, coming into their knowledge, coming into revelation, coming into understanding. Many accepting that their life was instructed and directed. Many. You're not the only one. Many are waking up. Many. I had to come to terms. I'm like, you know what, Lord? I'm not going to be fighting this. I got to let people say what they want to say. That's why God delivered me from people. Your children may think you're cuckoo. Like, what's going on with my mommy? What she talking about? What's wrong with my dad? What he's talking about? But you just pray that God gives them revelation. You pray that God gives them understanding. Because they don't understand. You don't really understand. So how do you think they're going to understand? They don't. You barely understand. You know it's something, but you don't understand fully. And it's okay. It is okay. So embrace the journey. Accept that you are chosen. Accept the many gifts that God has given you, the many talents. Accept that you can't do what everybody else do. You may have made mistakes in the past. That's okay. And that is another thing. Accept your past. And that what you've been through in your past, is going to help you